Stop. Yung
Why don't we just rob the bank? If they succeed, they'll get $1 billion. And if they don't, they'll get
yung oh,
It's a day in my life. I'm up early in the morning and bed early at night. To be productive at work, I gotta be well rested. Yeah, motherfucker, you heard what I just said. Regular, every day, no motherfucker. I don't like much, man, I'm a fucking.
Tes.
Bebas macet anjing. Yuk pulang.
Alah mas.
sama ng love. The night we made. Lots of you, some and I love you. Lost it in the month because of that.
Tumben gak kikir.
Oh! Like me the
Paimon feels like a whole new Paimon after those 2 days in the hot springs. The Abyss. Still, spending time here, really? The Kaholasaurs are so nice. Oh, and Atea's snacks were so delicious. Yelling at some kids.
Hey, you guys. Sleep well last night?
Yep, this area is
Glad you like it.
Hey, Moalani!
Yeah? What do you need?
The team sent out to
And Kachina?
Mama,
Kachina.
Mama, I think it's not enough.
That's a relief.
I know it, I mean,
Exactly.
Alright, thanks for letting me... Jeez, she sounded a little anxious there.
Mulani, you said the abyss
Ini
was running
takut
just now, but it
dulu.
seems like the abyss just wants to destroy everything. Like, think,
At a glance, it certainly, but through our long 500 years ago. That's right. And Natlan was the worst affected of all. It took the combined efforts of the then Pyro Archon and heroes from every tribe to finally repel the abyss. Even so, the effects of the invasion lingered for hundreds. Our tribe's waters were
Sayangku
contaminated. The
LDR.
children of Echo's territory was overrun by danger. It was like each disaster was designed for exactly. We once thought that the abyss's desire. We now believe the abyss.
and that's how it became so dangerous and cunning.
Yes.
Sayangku
Luckily,
LDR.
now every tribe is prospering and things are looking up. I mean, just look at what we managed.
You must have had to sacrifice.
Every battle, responsibility, but I believe we will be rid of the abyss one day. And the efforts of all who fought against them will become a story for the ages. To think that my name could survive in ballads passed down to future generations, it's kind of romantic. Everyone has something that drives them forward, you know? We have to. Not only for ourselves, but for our future. Anyway, let's head to the stadium. Our fishing trip can wait until Kachina's
Oh,
back with us. The sea's not
I'm
going.
thinking. I'm not even the weekend.
Whoa, this
Of course. No one's gonna miss out on the chance to welcome our heroes back from battle. Kachina's gonna be so flustered. She's never had this many eyes on her before.
Yeah, she doesn't seem like the kind of person who likes being the center of attention.
Looks like I'm just in time.
Kinich, you're here!
Yeah, a commission ran longer than expected, but I made it. I heard about the incident with your tribe, Mualani.
Aku tuh punya kebiasaan minum es kopi di pagi hari.
Yeah,
Nyut.
it's all
Ternyata aku
taken
punya
care of.
masalah gigi sensitif. Cobain pakai sensodyne. Beneran terbukti ngelindungin gigi sensitif aku
She's just
seharian.
as strong
After
as
seminggu
Kachina
dan
made her out to
ternyata
be.
hasilnya wow.
Hey, look! Is it about to start?
That's right. Someone will come out and recite a eulogy, and then we'll sing the Ode of Resurrection together. Come on, let's find a spot with a good view. When the singing starts, just follow my lead and you'll be fine. Let's go somewhere higher up so Kachina can spot us.
Warriors of Natlan, we are the inheritors of those who forged our own.
Just like an
Is Natlan of
angel,
fire, the lifeblood
your
of our
skin
nation.
makes me cry. You flow like a feather in a beautiful world. Wish I was special. You're so special, but I'm a queen. I'm a widow.
โอ้ย โดนปีตาจนถึงต่างกันเฟรยูเวลส์เนี่ยอันนี้หมดเลย
want you to know this when I'm not around. You're so fucking special. I wish I was special, but I'm a queen. I'm a weirdo. What the hell am I doing here? I don't belong here. Oh, she's running out
Why would the YF recognize someone like her? If she's on
She doesn't deserve to be subjected to your vile rumors when she's not even here to
Calm down, Melania. There's no point arguing with the like.
I can't just sit here and let them slander her like that.
Insult a hero of Natlan, the person actually has to be a hero.
fucking special.
You.
Think about
I
it,
wish
everyone.
I
Who do
was
you think is really at fault here?
หยุดออกบ้านนี่
Who never should have even gone to war?
I'm
Or the
a
great hero of our time?
queen.
Why would the rules of our nation suddenly stop
I'm
working?
nothing. So,
True. If she wasn't alive,
what the hell am I doing here?
YF interpret victory in different
I don't belong here. I don't belong here. Kachina wouldn't have run. That's not like her at all.
No. She's been waiting for this moment for too long. No matter how daunting the situation,
Aduh ini.
no matter how scared she might feel, she's always the first person to stand up and you don't even know what happened. So don't you dare try to use this as an excuse to vent your anger or slander her reputation.
fine. We'll find out what happens soon enough. And then we'll see who truly deserves glory.
That's enough.
Yeah, I know
There
it's
is no
hard to
doubt about today's
remember
victory
the people
or
we
Kachina's
used to
party.
be.
She
It's
is a
even
hero
harder to
worthy
picture
of our
that
admiration
you're not
and
here next to
celebration.
me.
However,
Say it's too
the
late to
failure of
make
today's
it,
ceremony is
but is it
undeniable.
too late to try?
Kachina has not
In
been
the
redeemed,
nighttime that
and
you
I
wasted
all my
all of
deepest
our
apologies as I
bridges
continue
burned
to
down.
investigate this
I wasted my
prevent further
nights, you
casualties. I have
turned out
decided
the
to suspend the
lights. Now
pilgrimage until this
I'm
matter is resolved.
paralyzed, still stuck in that time
No
when
one
we
is
called it
No
love.
one is infallible.
Even the sunsets
With
in
doubt is the means by which we
paradise.
seek the truth,
I'm not
not a precious
careful
million of
trying to call home all of the
If there are
sages
things you wish to
spent
clarify,
on you.
then ask me directly.
Where the
Even
time's
though I have said
gone,
nothing to
baby,
change
it's
your
all
mind.
wrong.
I guess you didn't have the courage to answer the Pyro Archive's question. So much for all that gloom.
Happy ever after did exist.
My friend Kachina,
I would still be
do you have any
holding
idea where she is?
like
It's
this.
extremely important.
All
You
those
said you were
fairy
investigating
tales
the
are
situation, but
full of
sorry, that's not
fear.
enough.
I've already shared
What
everything I
must
know.
still be
If you want
lost
to learn the
on
truth
all
and
they
rescue your
say?
friends, you should join the So, what do you say?
Turn
Of
your
course I'll
back
join.
on
In that case,
tomorrow,
come
'cause you
see me in the
forgot
speaker's chamber.
yesterday.
We should
I
join.
gave you my love to borrow, but
If
you
it's not
just
too much
gave it
trouble, could
away.
you drop by as well,
Can't
traveler?
expect me to
I'd
be
like to have a chat.
fine. I don't
Rest
expect you
assured,
to
everyone,
care.
I'll keep the
I
train.
know I've
Once
said
again,
it
I
before,
apologize.
but all of our bridges burned down. I've wasted my
Let's
nights,
know what's
you
going on myself.
turned out the lights. Now I'm paralyzed, still stuck in that time
I can at least give you a broader picture of the issue we are now Either way, once doubt has crept in, the people will no longer unite in battle against the Abyss. And that is exactly what the Abyss wants. Their ultimate goal isn't to prevent what happened to Kachina from happening to anyone. Then, I understand your anger.
Wow. Paimon thought things were gonna get heated for a second, but the part
I owe you an apology, Alba. We can always hold the time considered without the chance to fight with fewer participants.
You've learned that staying there for more senses. Imagine the problem. I won't sugarcoat.
Just like you said, you can focus all your efforts on the Abyss poses Kachina's way to go.
Ta-da.
The masters of the night have a technique that can extract an ancient memory from the land. We can find Kachina's ancient memory. I can use the link between us and pinpoint her position. Then comes the hard part. You need to visit the night cubes in person and rescue her. Under normal circumstances, only the convicts can do that. But that's it, however. It's fun by its own will. Sitlali and the Masters of the Night. It was originally you that was the artifact.
Thank you so much for your help, everyone.
Your thanks are Traveler, I certainly didn't expect our first conversation to be so soon. I could already accomplish why? Is that not what happened in the other nations you visited?
things were pretty complicated at the start. And, you know, in the middle. But our reputation's solid nowadays.
That's more like it. After all, I've heard you're someone who transcends fate, perhaps even more than you can imagine. But we can talk about ideally this would be the perfect night.
Oh, I almost forgot. Atea was wounded in the fight against the Abyss. She wanted us to give this to you. It embodies fond memories and my strength of will.
I didn't think this day would come so soon. If things were different, the two of us could, but don't.
You said you didn't want to jeopardize the production of the intended fire. But that's not at all why you decided to suspend the program.
Even now, the production of contending fire is far from a gradual corrosion process. The pilgrimage is a lost cause. Suspending it allows us to save our strength to defend its rise. The Abyss has brought catastrophe now. Let the general puppy know. If the public learned that natlan's destruction is close at hand, there would be a moment that nothing else. They would think it was simple choice.
Nah.
Never subscribe to it. Let's go.
Nah.
The sacred flame must never go out. Not only the humans are loved. I will sacrifice mine to keep it going.
That can only last so long.
Don't let desperation clap those children.
oath made 5 centuries ago remains unfulfilled. What use is the Gnosis in your hands?
I don't know what you mean. But it sounds like this is about more than the Tsaritsa.
In times of crisis, someone must pick up the mantle of salvation. Your plan has reached an impasse, and now it falls to me to create new rules for Natlan. But before the dawn of a new age, the old must be destroyed.
I assume that's the end of your speech? Good. People like us. Let our blades do the talking! Send word. The captain and his followers must be apprehended.
Oh, boom.
Are you alright, Archon?
He was a formidable opponent.
I never imagined someone could match you in combat. If the Tsaritsa sent him here, why would he bring up what happened 5 centuries ago?
Yeah. And how much does he know about Natlan?
The Harbingers are all driven by their own personal goals. The only purpose that unites them is collecting the Gnosis. But I'm sure the captain has his own reasons for being here as well.
Whatever his motive, we should shift our focus to the Fatui. If they attack again, and we're not prepared, we're done for.
No. We're running out of time. The wound I inflicted should hold him back and besides, I'm sure you noticed. The power that came to his rescue just now came from the Masters of the Nightwind.
In other words, there are traitors among us.
Not necessarily. This could prove to be a very valuable turn of events. When we exchanged final blows, I sensed an unusual presence within him. I'll need to invest. Kanich, go to the Masters of the Nightwind.
Of course, I'll head out right now. Do you still intend to...
Itu baterai baru.
Yes, but
Kanan.
fear not. Natlan's strength has never rested solely in its Archon. Together
the
we
fuck
have
is
sought
this?
the only path that leads to our nation's future. We must trust in that.
Is everything okay, Ark?
Completely fine. Just lamenting the fact that I never got a picture when I could still turn my hair. I just hope the others have a safe journey.
What's happening at the stadium? Did something explode?
It feels like the Archon unleashed her power. She must be fighting a formidable
Should we go back and check what's going on?
Have faith in the Archon. She wouldn't lose in a one-on-one confrontation.
Once we find Kachina's ancient name, we'll head right back.
Okay, let's just keep climbing. Emma really hopes nothing goes wrong.
Solidify!
Get out of here! Beg for mercy. Shudder!
What can you tell us about the scions of the canopy?
The tribe's people are very adventurous.
Oh, kinda like us then.
I'm not so sure. You don't strike me as the type to enjoy danger. The Scions of the Canopy are a bunch of thrill seekers. They love extreme sports like rock climbing, rappelling, volcano parkour, or even bungee jumping without a rope while a Yunkasaur stands at the edge and uses its tongue to catch them. Sound like something you'd be in? That's Waina, the tribal chief. Let's head over to him.
Chaska.
Nice to see you again, Waina. I'm afraid we don't have time for pleasantries, so I'll get right to it. We're here for the Spirit Speaker Stone.
Whoa, hold on a second. At least tell me why you need it first.
My friend Kachina is trapped within the Night Kingdom. We need the stone to find her ancient name and rescue her.
Rescue her? From the Night Kingdom?
That's right.
I'm sorry, but someone needs to tell you what you don't want to hear. Going there. A mature warrior would never make such a foolish decision. The nature of battle is unpredictable. You never know how it's going to end. Losing a friend is tragic, but when that happens, the best thing you can do is focus on how to prevent further casualties.
I appreciate what you're trying to say, Chief Waina. But if the price of maturity is abandoning a friend in need, I'll choose foolishness any day. If Kachina's still holding on, then so will I.
I thought you might say that.
Is something wrong, Waina? This doesn't seem like you.
Target, terus
Life
target.
isn't complete without taking risks. That's
Begitu.
always been your mantra.
It's nothing. The Night Kingdom is a dangerous place.
Kamu udah mau nyoba game bajakan tar?
Blame me for checking if you're
Game bajakan.
if you're that determined. Far be it from me.
Dead Cell, cerai.
Virus bajakan tuh.
Keep it safe, okay?
Gimana Anda tahu kalau itu virus?
Thank you.
Bukan virus pocak, nggak semuanya.
Nggak semuanya, rata-rata virus. Tai.
Chaska's a peacekeeper.
Emang kamu kena?
She's famous throughout the tribes. She's always
Enggak
the one
sih,
people
ya
call
karena
herself
pernah
confidence.
pakai.
So
Pernah
we
cuman
slowly got to know each other that way. Her younger sister Quichi's always hanging around our tribe too.
agak panik
She's helped
dikit.
us out a lot in the past.
Pada gitu bajakan terus download aja ternyata salah download.
Yes. I'll
Langsung panik
introduce you
aku.
to her sometime. But let's get back to business. Waina, how do we use the stone?
Langsung
As
download
you
Copper
probably
Sky.
know, your intended destination is completely different from the real
What?
world. The Night Kingdom is like a
Kayak
river
apa ya?
with concepts. In that sense,
We couldn't do that ourselves.
Berapa?
practice, I'm sure you could.
Copper Sky,
You
Copper
have
Sky.
the
Apa sih
strength and
Copper
the
Sky itu?
talent. If you want to make sure this works, though, I could recommend someone to you.
Copper Sky. Copper
Bichama, a
Sky.
legendary warrior.
Copper
scout from our
Sky.
tribe.
Anjir.
He's got a keen eye and a well-honed intuition. Even his
Copper
ancient
Sky.
name means to seek. If you're fishing for a name,
Ada perusahaan yang buat produk betul-betul antivirus.
Bichama?
He's one of Auntie. Where can we find?
ever since
Apa itu nggak pernah denger?
good luck.
Kocak kamu lihat apa
I hope
kocak?
everything goes well.
Pokoknya aku download antivirus.
Someone admiring the scenery from the cliff tops. Hello there, are you Bichama?
That's me. Did you need something?
What?
No. If you really think.
Are you?
Everything's fine. After I help you find
Your friend?
Yes. But
That's not a problem.
Yeah.
then we're agreed. I see. From what I can tell,
Ini nggak ada virus tar.
almost like an abyssal pylon.
Gacor.
Both connect the Night Kingdom to the living world.
Hebat.
Once the connection is established, the abyss will come surging through the opening like a predator honing in on the scent of blood. So we have to be sure not to use it in a tribal settlement.
Wow, you got all that just from looking at it?
I just picked up on the basics, really. I still have no idea why it works. You said someone named Seat Lolly invented this. He must be a genius. I'll go find an open area and start setting things up. In the meantime, I need you to get two things for me.
We'll go right away. What do you need?
First, I'll need some hook ropes. Pretty much every store around here carries them, so no need to go anywhere special. Oh, and I need to build a net out of them, so make sure you get a good amount.
Wait, are you saying you're going to use a real net to catch Kachina's ancient name? How does that work when one...
By creating something tangible in our...
I see. What?
Right. I need two chunks of obsidian. Once we bring the ancient names into our world, we'll need a place. Normally, you can only get obsidian from the Children of Echoes. But I heard there's a traveling merchant from that tribe around here somewhere, so maybe you can try your luck there.
Gotcha!
Alright, let's split up. See that clearing? Let's meet over there when you're done. Oh, and you can send someone with me if you want. In case you're worried I might take the stone for myself.
What do you think, Chaska?
There's no need. Lena spoke highly of you. That means you're trustworthy.
I appreciate it, even though that doesn't mean much to me anymore. Anyway, it'll take some time to set everything up, so no need to rush. I'll see you in a bit.
What an odd guy. He seems so defeated, but also really invested in the stone at the same time.
I don't have any more insight than you, Paimon. Let's just hang on, Kachina.
Apa sih?
Hello. Do you have any
Hook ropes? As in rock climbing equipment?
Mantap.
Yes. How much for your whole stock?
Oh, the whole thing? Let me see. That would be
Set.
30,000 more in total.
Deal.
Wait, really?
What, you want me to drive down the price? We just need these as fast as possible. Thanks.
Oh, no problem at all. I'll even pass along some information on the house. These ropes are usually used by rock climbing enthusiasts. If you want to learn, Roka's the person you want to ask. All right, that's everything. Here you go.
Now we need the obsidian. Let's go talk to the traveling merchant Bichama mentioned.
Excuse me, do you sell obsidian?
Why, yes. I've got a chunk for sale right over there.
Perfect. Is that the only one, though? We actually need two.
That might be tough. Tell you what, I'll take a look through these boxes over here and we'll see what we can find.
Thank you so much. We'll wait here.
Relax. Everything's going according to plan.
I know, it's just... I could tell Vichama feels the same way about his friend that I do about Kachina. I hope this chunk of obsidian isn't the only one. Kachina always carries all sorts of shiny stones with her. If I was the one trapped in the Night Kingdom, she'd have a whole pile of obsidian ready in a heartbeat.
Would you look at that? I did bring an extra. Here you go, young lady. How does it look?
How much do I owe you?
If you hadn't shown up, these stones would have just sat here collecting dust. I'll take 3,000 more for here you go. By the way, I heard you mention Bichama just now. You running an errand? How's he doing? Malco's been gone for 5 years now. It's about time he started to move.
Do you know what happened between them?
I heard about it in passing while I was out drinking one night, but I don't know all the details. Bichama and Malco grew up together, and even made a name for themselves together. Malco was an amazing fighter, capable of knocking out multiple opponents in a single hit. 5 years ago, they both, but on the eve of battle, the Abyss launched an attack on their tribe.
Then what happened?
The team agreed that he couldn't fight the Abyss in his condition. Bichama didn't argue. He knew going to the front lines with an injured leg would make him a burden in battle. So they raised the issue with the Pyro Archon, and she agreed to let him stay behind. It's just Melko and the others ended up facing hordes of abyssal monsters in numbers that far exceeded anyone's expectations. The team made an error in judgment, and they fell to the onslaught. Vichama went into a deep depression after that. He blames himself for everything. Oh, you're not wrong. But it's possible he chooses to blame himself. Not because he did something wrong, but because he wasn't able to do anything at all. To move forward, to stop dwelling on the past. But the shadow of Malko's death hangs over him still. The Abyss has caused so much suffering, and some wounds never heal. I wish there was something he could do to make himself feel better. But, anyway, that's the gist of it. Maybe you could help him talk things through sometime.
Did you get everything?
Yep, it's all here. When do we start?
I've made all the necessary adjustments, so we're good to go. As agreed, I'll help you find Kachina's ancient name, and then you return the favor. Go ahead. After Malko fell, I scoured the battlefield to see what happened. It turned out he wasn't bested by some impossibly powerful foe. He was dragged to his grave by the sheer number of enemies. If I had been there, I would have been able to sense the danger. I could have warned them not to advance. I've always blamed myself for what happened. But when you told me about Kachina, I realized there's a chance Malko might also be alive, fighting for survival in the Night Kingdom.
But that happened several years ago, right? The Pyro Archon said all life within the Night Kingdom eventually becomes one with the Sea of Souls.
There might not be much hope, but I still have to try. Malko and I promised each other, even if we never managed to root out the Abyss for good, we would fight together until the end. All right, let's get to it. I'll start searching for the conceptualized version of Kachina's ancient name. If you see any fragments scattered around the area, please collect them. Make sure you prepare yourselves for battle. As I said, the stone will link the mortal realm to the Night Kingdom. The Abyss, urge in response.
Look at that golden thing. It must be one of those fragments Vichama mentioned. Let's get closer. Whoa, monsters incoming! Watch out, everyone!
Everybody stand back! Huh? Crush! Vengeance will be mine! I condemn you!
Solidify!
Let's light it up!
Evil conquering! Worthless! Here! Here! Worthless! Useless! Worthless! Here! Here! Worthless! Boring!
How much longer, Vichama?
Not long. We're getting close.
Useless!
Vichama!
Quick, take it! I found Kachina's ancient name. Hang in there, Malco. Just a little longer.
Something's not right. The power of the Abyss is getting stronger.
The Abyss is corroding his body! Vichama, you can't keep going, you'll die!
I should have died 5 years ago. I just need a little more time. Please, I'm almost there. Thank you.
Whoa, watch out! The power of the Abyss is strong!
This power.
Hanging in there?
Malco. No! Why can't I find him? What?
We can't wait any longer. Pull him away from the stone, Mualani.
I already tried, but the power of the Abyss has him in a chokehold. It's like he's tied to the stone with an invisible rope.
In that case, we have no choice. I'm sorry, Sea Molly. Get back!
Chaska, wait!
Ouch! What happened just now? You look
The stone's power was spiraling out of control. The only way to stop it, we were all caught in the shockwave of the explosion. You might feel dizzy for a while, but
Give us a heads up next time, will you? You're lucky we managed to dodge it in time.
I thought I said to get back.
Yeah, barely a second before you made it go poof. Not everyone has your reflexes, Chaska. We were this close to getting dragged into the...
Okay.
At least Kachina's ancient name is still in one piece. Vichama!
Vichama!
I couldn't find Malco's ancient name. It must be completely gone by now. Once your ancient name disappears, there's no coming back. From the very beginning, I knew there was a slim chance, and now... It's too late to save him. From the minute he left that day.
Vichama.
I'm sure he's heard enough condolences over the years. Let's just give him some space.
Huh? What's that in your hands, Vichama? It looks like something's glowing!
Huh? This is...
Hey, Malco. Got any strength left?
Not enough to swing a sword, but to say a few last words? Sure.
Too bad. No one will get to hear them. I never thought I'd actually die on this mission. Not that I'm afraid to die. It's just... hard. Thinking about my mom's face when she hears the news.
Guess I have something to be thankful for then. My parents died a long time ago. They have to mourn me. Pisak! Always had to beat me at everything, didn't you? Right to the end, you were never one for goodbyes. Maybe you're right. Maybe no one will get to hear our last words. But just in case... Vichama, I'm so glad you didn't come with us. Don't be sad. Just keep on living. For the both of us.
Was that a memory?
Seems like we were able to salvage something after all.
Of course. Seeing him, hearing his voice again, it makes me unbelievably happy. But it also brings with it an even deeper pain.
A deeper pain? Why?
Malco was always the type to put on a brave face. For all these years, I regretted not being able to fight alongside him to the end. And now I know, at the end of his life, he was thinking the same thing.
Vichama.
I'm fine. Actually, I heard Chief Wyna wasn't really on board with your plan to go to the Night Kingdom. When you asked for my help, I hesitated too. I knew helping you find your friend's ancient name meant leading you one step closer to danger. But I also understood why you had to try. Everyone has regrets in life, but not everyone gets the chance to make up for them. Once allowed to fester, guilt strips us of our most valuable qualities as warriors. If I could do it all over again, I would have followed Malco to the front lines no matter what. Even with an injured leg, there were still things I could have done. That way, even if the outcome stayed the same, I still would have fought alongside him to the end. There are critical junctures in life, and if you don't seize the chance to act, there's no going back. That's something I had to learn in hindsight. But you're still at the crossroads of your journey, so...
Thank you, Vichama. I feel even more determined now. Kachina will come back to us. I'll make sure of it. I promised I would find her, and I intend to keep that promise.
That's good to hear. Strange. My body, it's...
Once abyssal corrosion enters the body, a portion will fuse itself to your internal organs. Even though the Traveler possesses powers of purification, the corrosion can never be fully eradicated. Thanks to her, though, you are only briefly exposed. Slowing your breathing and controlling your emotions should help you keep the symptoms in check.
That does make me feel better. You seem very knowledgeable about all this.
Just speaking from experience, that's all.
Anyway, we've recovered Kachina's ancient name, so we're off to a great start. Let's get Vichama back. Oh, and apologize for destroying the Spirit Speaker Stone. We had no choice, though, so he'll probably understand. Right?
Koichi, are you really gonna just stand there like that? I don't know what you want from me.
I think you know exactly what I'm trying to say, Uncle Wyna. I can hear it in your voice.
Honestly, it's just one thing after another with you two. They're back.
Koichi? What are you doing here?
Don't play dumb with your own sister. You know exactly why I'm here. My apologies, everyone. I just need to borrow Tosca for a few minutes. You come with me.
I'll be just a moment.
Koichi, Chaska's younger sister. Although the two aren't actually related by blood, it's kind of a long story. It's not really my story to tell, but I guess it's not a secret. You see, Chaska was actually raised by cuckoo sores. She was afflicted with a rare disease when she was a child, and abandoned in the wild as a result. The Abyss found her out there, all on her own, and tried to devour her. But in the end, all that did was trigger her will to live. That strength of will pushed her to survive. But it also planted a seed of conflict within her. Eventually, she was adopted by the cuckoo sores. Wherever they went, she followed, getting into fights right and left.
For some reason, Paimon can totally imagine that.
Well, when Chaska finally returned to human society, it was Koichi's parents who adopted her. At the time, Chaska still had a habit of getting into fights, so Koichi was always taking her.
Ah, I remember those. Eventually, she found a way to rein in that desire to fight. And now she's who people call to resolve conflicts. She's known as the Peacemaker. It sounds like she still argues with Koichi, though. Don't siblings usually stop fighting when they get older?
That's partly my fault. Koichi asked me to stop Chaska from doing anything dangerous, but you probably know by now, once Chaska makes up her mind, there's no changing it.
Oh, I get it. No wonder you...
I'm all for your adventure. Still, I understand where Koichi's coming from. In the end, nobody wants to sit back and let a loved one put their life on the line.
All right, it's just the two of us now. You have 1 minute to explain yourself.
I don't have anything to say. You don't have to approve, but you should know I only do what's necessary.
That attitude is exactly the problem. It's like you don't care. You try to sneak off to the Night Kingdom behind my back and then play it down as if it's just a trip abroad.
Well, technically I am going abroad, right?
Again with the excuses! We agreed, didn't we? There are 4 levels of danger. If it's not something urgent, you can only engage in level 2 danger and below. You can only go... But a trip to the night...
You mean sneak into the place.
You bought off Uncle Wina, didn't you?
You feel like he went back on his...
Oh.
This is important.
You don't know that?
All right, whatever. Time out.
Chaska, does it sound like...
Then... You need to know something. What happened to Kachina was partially my fault.
But
that's a different issue. Also, sometimes you have to make sacrifices. All right, let's stop this here.
Is that a threat? That sounds like a...
Koichi!
So...
Then support me. I'll be back.
So... that's it.
You two are something.
Something you wanted to say?
I know you aren't related.
Really?
You know, I said that here. It's not my place to...
Thank you.
Anytime, according to Kimi.
It's only Tony.
It might be in a few more people.
Huh? I see. Still, stay safe out there in the Night Kingdom.
We're back! We found Kachina's ancient name, too!
Well, it's fairly complicated. Let me give you the condensed version.
When you feel so tired, but you can't. The Fatui again? We can't go anywhere without them causing.
But what if the Fatui finds out?
That. Look, I wish I could offer it still. All you need to do.
I can also step in on the Pyro Archon's behalf.
There's no need to be so modest, Dion-san. Your incredible strength has long been a well-known
Archon.
You have nothing to be sorry about. We all get overwhelmed by our emotions, myself included. Your reaction to Kachina's disappearance, I understand that feeling very well. Well, now that we have Kachina's ancient name, let's go track her down. Follow me.
And I will try to fix you. What is this place? Hey, isn't that Atea's
Good eye. This is where I store all the various mementos I've collected.
Wow. I've never seen this place before.
It looks like there are items from every tribe. Collecting them must have taken a lot of effort.
I suppose you could think of it as a hobby of sorts. In natlan, and physical items do a far better job of preserving those. Now, I still, if you're curious about.
All right, we'll have a look. Little did I know that you, Romeo, you were throwing pebbles, and my daddy said stay away from Juliet. I was crying on the staircase, begging you please don't go. Hey, there's a fishing rod here. It must have belonged to.
That's right. It belongs to a. He and I met in a tavern. In his eyes, I saw.
So, did he do it?
The next time I saw him, he was covered in spot. He managed to kill the fish, but sustained it. Fishermen claimed they.
Well, Paimon thinks he won.
That was my end. In the end, he.
Wait, that means you sneak out.
Maybe we can go ahead.
To see you. We keep quiet 'cause we're dead if they knew. So close your eyes. Escape this town for a little while.
The powder still needs some time to settle.
So,
well, what do you think?
Yeah, if each item represents, does every item hold a special memory?
That's right. They demonstrate the true shape of time.
The shape of time?
Most people perceive time as a linear concept, almost like a straight line that can only move forward. But there's also a different theory, one that I believe to be closer to the truth. Namely, that the past, present, and future all. Let's say your journey ended right now. Thinking back on exactly, even at the end of your journey, the things you experienced along the way don't take out a portion of that journey, and you would likely make the future is the same way. Of course, there are those with the power to foresee the future. They simply call it by a different name. Fate. You're quite familiar with that concept, I would imagine.
That does kind of make sense.
Humanity excels at living in the present, but too often we forget the past and neglect the future.
My faith in you was fading. When I met you on
While the pilgrimage and the Night Warden Wars lead us to a better
Boom.
future. Only by uniting the people of Natlan across countless eras can we fight back against an enemy to come up with such a set of rules. The first Pyro Archon must have possessed a level of insight I can only imagine.
Boom.
That's correct. At first, he was a mortal man with no special power. After he ascended to the divine throne, he used it to borrow power from the heavens and establish the rules of Natlan, namely a framework through which ordinary people can ascend to archonhood. By holding the pilgrimage, we're able to determine the strongest among us, In addition, the sacred flame will grant them significant knowledge and memory of this land. After all, that's how I came to know everything I just told you.
So, it all comes down to the power of the divine throne and the rules. Wait, is that a family portrait? The stars lean down to kiss
Yes. That's my mother, father, younger sister, and the little saurians we raised. I turned a piece of my dad's leather armor into a canvas and commissioned a famous artist to paint our likeness.
Your sister is so cute! It looks like the two of you are really close. I was having a hard time thinking of an Archon as an ordinary person, but seeing this portrait, it kind of makes sense now. It really doesn't look like there was anything special about you before. Oh, wait, is Paimon allowed to say that?
A little late for that question, don't you think?
Sorry! Paimon's so sorry! Paimon's mouth works faster than her brain sometimes!
It's alright. I'd never get upset over something like
Hey,
that.
sports. It's in
No
the
matter
game.
what others may say, my past is a precious part of my identity. I'm forever proud of the life I used to lead. Becoming the Archon doesn't mean you sever ties with your family. The position just comes with a lot of responsibilities, so it impacts how often you get to see them. My father made the most delicious stew, so my sister would often bring me a large pot of his cooking, and he would sit on a blanket and eat it together. One time, we didn't close the door securely, and the saurians ran into the room and knocked over the entire pot. My sister immediately burst into tears. The troublemakers were going for the meat, so when they saw my sister's distress, they froze in shock. I still remember the way they laid there, sulking like a pair of children, even after making such a mess. It was frustrating, but in the end, all I could do was comfort my sister and move on.
Wow. I don't feel so alone. I don't feel so.
Isn't that what being a family is all about? I think about that story a lot, actually. As the Archon, I made a vow to defend this nation.
That's what I do, bruh.
Experiences like that, they remind me exactly what I'm trying to protect.
Well, what happened after that?
Ah.
Looks pretty old. Your sister must be all grown up by now, right?
I believe she ended up working as an architect, an artist. She built many houses and crafted many beautiful works of art. Anyway, that's enough about me. Now that the powder is settled, we can begin. Ian-san, Mulani Chaska, over here please. Place the ancient name up there, and then we'll begin.
Darling, I wish you were here.
Surely as the echoes of life resound through heaven and earth, so too shall our stories remain eternal. Ancient name.
No way.
To your fated bearer.
I just didn't realize I was this underwater. If you're stressed about your paper, just get Grammarly. It's free.
I don't need better grammar. I need an A on this essay.
Grammarly can help with that. Just highlight your topic and then make an outline.
Katrina, are you okay?
Nice. Grammarly's AI helps you get unstuck, and it doesn't just write everything for you. I've used it for years. Essays, emails, job applications. Everything.
It's okay, Katrina. It's just us. We're trying to find a way to bring you back.
Grammarly will start highlighting the stuff that you could do better. Your professor would destroy you for that. With Grammarly, you can find it and fix it. Grammarly will notice the grammar and spelling mistakes, but also places where you're rambling or your point could be clearer.
Okay, I'm almost done. Let me just paste in this research and I'm golden.
Looking pretty sus without a citation.
Okay, yeah, good point.
Grammarly makes it easy. Just hit the get citation button. See? Perfectly formatted, too.
Hey, I think that's it. I'm done.
Welcome to the other side.
Merci.
They have kombucha here.
Download Grammarly for free. We really need to clean this up.
No, Grammarly can do that.
Seriously?
Don't listen to those
No.
sounds, Kachina. The Abyss is trying to strip you of your sanity. All you need to do is stay safe and wait for us.
Apa sih?
Shortly.
It's okay. I feel so much better now that I've had the chance to talk to you guys. You don't need to worry about me. I'm never been strong or special at all, really. So I don't blame anyone for forgetting about me. You care is more than enough. I'll find a way back to you. Put yourself in danger to come rescue me.
You're always like this, Kachina. Now's not the time to act tough. We're coming for you, and that's final. I don't know what lies the Abyss has been feeding you, but I'll tell you something right now. Nobody here sees you as a burden. You're a victor of the Night Warden Wars, a hero of Natlan. All you need to do is wait for us to rescue you, and you'll get all the applause and recognition you deserve.
Aduh.
Open up your mind and see like open up your plans and you'll set free. Look into your heart and you'll find
Well, Red,
listen to these
All you need to do is place your trust in us, just like you always have. No one fights alone. We're not leaving you behind. Not ever.
Yeah, we're so close. We can't call it quits
get away
now.
from goal.
So
And we won 3-0.
Looks like we've lost contact. Now comes the most dangerous part. You have to traverse the Night Kingdom in your physical form. This entrance to the Night Kingdom was left behind after an abyssal invasion. Even a brief amount of time inside could expose you to corrosion.
Give it away. Family won.
I'm prepared for that possibility.
Alright, then I wish you all the best. I'll tell Koichi to be ready just in case. She's very experienced in dealing with abyssal corruption. That face you just made. Don't tell me you two got into another argument.
No, I just feel bad for creating more work for her.
I'll go with them too, Archon. The more people, the stronger the party.
Sumpah lah.
Thank you so much for your help, everyone.
Now that I've lost my power, I won't be able to provide much practical support. But I can still keep an eye on the situation from here. Eon-san, I know it's unlikely, but if you encounter a situation you can't handle...
That won't happen.
I hope not.
And so I drew a new face and I laughed.
What is that?
More speed.
Guess what I'm saying is that you no better reason to rid yourself of vanity and just go with the seasons. What we aim to do.
No longer. It's Saturday.
Hurt you, but I won't
Ya sini bos.
take no more, no more. It cannot
Go.
wait. I'm yours. Open up your mind and see like me. Open up your plans and damn, you're free. Look into your heart and you'll find.
Do something here.
Is yours, so please don't, please don't, please don't. Yes,
Ush, kocak.
That is not the vodka. Don't do. It must be in possession. Iman? Victor, get him behind. Get him in. There's got another. And he's got another. Who's the gang?
So we're underneath Natlan right now? It looks looks nothing like Paimon was imagining.
That's because in the distant past, Natlan was home to an incredibly advanced civilization ruled by dragons. Humans only established their own society.
So these are Saurian ruins? Wait, you mean like the elemental side?
Yes, a really long time ago. Very few records have survived at these ruins.
So what you're saying is, no, it's going to be obstacle.
What? It's the pre-adventure excitement kicking in.
Of course, I'm eager to get started.
Then let's go.
Useless.
Seems like the road ends here. How should we get across?
As a professional trainer, I think you could stand to build up your endurance, Paimon.
Professional trainer? Paimon thought you were a warrior from the collective of fighting.
Well, that goes without saying. But I actually work as a sports coach. I provide professional guidance for many of Natlan's popular sports. And I don't just mean physical training. I design nutrition plans as well.
Those guys look familiar.
We've fought them before. Let's go. Show no mercy.
Stabilize. This is order.
Teamwork is dreamwork. Let's lament.
Here! Worthless! Here! Worthless! Here! Here!
Solidify.
Get out of here!
Place we need to go seems really high up.
Stabilize.
Shut up! Eye for an eye.
I will have order.
Going in!
Evil conquering! Here! Worthless! Here! Worthless! Foreign!
Ya Allah.
Adventure time! Get out of here! Crush! I condemn you!
Stabilize.
Shut up!
This is order.
Teamwork is dreamwork! Freeze to the core! Rack and ruin!
Solidify.
Useless!
Iya, 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 iya. Gitu ya. Iya, iya, iya.
This is the final stretch. We just need to climb up, and we'll be there. Nothing to it.
Easy for you to say.
Ya Allah.
This must be the end.
Yes.
We actually... Okay, Paimon just needs to psych herself.
Dad? Pull. Now to make the right pull. Right pull.
Hey! You don't have to drag Paimon! You're pulling too hard!
It's moving. We make a bit of line.
Looks like we made it. This is the... It looks so different from what I imagined in the stories. That overflow of energy is probably what trapped Kachina here in the first place.
From this point forward, everything we know about the real world no longer applies.
Paimon's more worried about...
Do you see that patch of light on the ground? It's shining down from that fissure.
Oh yeah, right in front of us. So that's coming from up there? Oh,
Just like I said, our real-world knowledge doesn't apply here. We fell all this way, yet came out if this was the real world.
that's it? Right.
So that means all we need to do is find...
Exactly. This light is streaming in from the real world.
Yeah, these floating black things...
Those are all manifestations of abyssal power. Be careful.
Ghost! A talking ghost!
Calm down. Here to help. You're the ones who helped Vichama, right? Yes, I'm Vichama's friend, Malco. I was completely lost to this realm until I sensed a mysterious power. It's like he was seeking me out, attempting to reassemble. I'm sorry I can only appear before you in this imperfect...
No, we should be the ones apologizing. If the Spirit Speaker Stone hadn't become corrupted by the Abyss. But we had to destroy it. Otherwise, Vichama and his tribe would have been in danger.
Of course. Thank you for protecting him. I never imagined that. Even after all these years, he'd still under the power of the stone. It felt like our souls were connected. Turns out even our regrets were exactly the same.
Whether in triumph or...
Exactly. That may not be... You're looking for a young girl from the Children of Echoes, right? She's being chased by an embodiment of abyssal power. I'd like to help her while I'm still in this form. So follow me. Be careful. This place has been severely corroded by the...
Paimon didn't realize it had gotten this bad.
It's like a seething volcano ready to engulf our world at any moment.
Quick, get back here. Stick close to me. My power will be able to ward off attacks from the enemy.
He's blown apart every day for years, and this enormous positive pressure causes loosening of the muscle and causes deformation of the cheeks.
Keep this up.
Wow.
Let's try another route. This way.
Gather!
Not good. More monsters.
We shouldn't waste our time on them.
Light it up! Worthless! Crush! Vengeance will be mine! I condemn you!
Oh, Paimon can't see anything!
It's easy to get lost here. Just stick close.
31 professional goal, and the goalkeeper. There will never be another Rosario century. Goal scoring prowess isn't something you tend to associate with the goalkeeper for obvious reasons, but Rosario was an anomaly like no other. With a career spanning 25 years, 1,109 appearances, 17 caps for the Salazar, 20 trophies, and somehow 131 goals.
Did you hear
Rosario
that?
is a legend of the game. Spending almost the entirety of his
Never
career
mind.
at Sao Paulo in Brazil,
was
the
probably-
goal-scoring shot-stopper was a dead ball
I heard it
special,
too.
taking responsibility
It
for
was a
all
voice
three
from the
goals.
abyss.
From 2005 to 2007, he literally
Doesn't
scored
matter.
37
It certainly
goals.
doesn't
By the
harbor
end of
good-
his career, he was in Sao Paulo's top 10 all-time goal scoring list. Then he also offered.
Deh. Ngapain kamu mainin gua gak tuh kocak? Mending kita main Minecraft.
Tai.
Rius, ayo.
Nah dulu. Curi juga ya, kenapa gua masih main sini? 99% story-nya tuh ngomong dialog terus tuh.
Itu apa?
Cutscene apa gitu, story.
We're here, Kachina! No, honey! You made it! Looks like our reunion will have to wait until we take care of these monsters. Good idea. Let's go! Here goes!
Oh,
Stabilize. This is order.
Lament! Tear! Worthless! Tear! Useless! Tear! Tear!
You're here! You're finally here! Thank you so much! The monster can appear from anywhere! The YM's power helped keep me hidden, so I just tried to stay out of sight until you had a girl. You did so well.
Should we start heading back then?
Actually, I have a request. Will you come? I can't exactly put it into words, but that was the Pyro Archon's theory as well. Everything we've seen here certainly seems to back it up.
In the Night Kingdom, there are 6 main totem poles representing the Wyam of each. You can think of them like the body of each Wyam. Additional totem poles, like the ones around here, serve as proxies to which the Wyam can extend. There are countless proxies scattered around the Night Kingdom. But if a proxy were to become
Judging by the current situation, I don't think we're dealing with just one contaminated proxy. Even if we could drive back the abyss, still, we can't just leave the Y up to suffer. It's protected me this whole time.
I agree. We might even manage to draw out the monster that's been hunting Kachina. Getting rid of the monster might slow down the deterioration of the Night Kingdom.
Kachina? What's wrong?
Emang Minecraft itu kamu jarang buka emang?
Apa? Minecraft kenapa?
Voice again, telling me to
Kamu jarang buka.
Jarang.
this place.
Maybe we really should leave. Kachina's already been here for too long. No, I'm fine. I don't plan on listening to that nonsense. Just up ahead. I'll lead the way. Besides, I can still fight, so please, help me out a little longer.
Listen to me, Kachina. We'll come with you. That's because we want to help the wild. You don't have anything. All right.
We've already come all the...
Let's go. This...
I'll stay here and try to stop the abyss.
All by yourself? That's just...
It's all right. I don't have much. So go.
Thank you for it.
No one fights alone.
Does your head still hurt? Let me help you walk. I'm fine. You should know I made a stronger step than that.
Forget the world now.
Jika mau koperasi, mau kemana-mana, memang benar-benar di jalan raya. Kan ini masih ini berarti sepeda benar larinya kenceng ya.
So we were right. The contamination part. Get ready, everyone. Time to purge the abyssal energy from this place.
Careful. We've got company.
But when you first of all, shut the fuck up, or that's what it is. Alright? Shut the fuck up. But when you first of all, shut the fuck up.
I thought this name, that is the ancient name. The pirate don't believe me.
Terus kayak gini nih, gampang bobol. Nih, aku buktikan ya. Nih, berapa detik aku udah nih, baru kita makan.
Kachina,
So,
give me your hand.
You
well,
will
that's
and I'll
you know, never.
I love you. And you're beautiful.
Feel that? Thanks, Moalani. Because I'm not
Now that the wait
You're
is
right.
over.
But you also couldn't be blind. The
Oh,
courage we have to stand before you, not back down, power lies not in, but in our commitment to a...
Well said.
Let's go, Kachina. It shouldn't take more than two of us to handle an enemy like this. Sorry in advance, there aren't many in Natlan. Need a surfboard? Right here.
If I ever get the nerve to say hello,
B-B-N-O $sign. M-H-I-M-C-B-O-Y-B-B-N-O $sign. Willie Salib ke Joe Biden tanpa bawa nama Deddy Corbuzier dan rakyatnya masih dari of Thunder dengan Jack Black. Ya, Jack Black adalah salah satu pendukung terbesarnya Joe Biden. Dia pernah datang ke Corbuzier dan rakyatnya pasti dari start. Oke, gue terima tantangan. Jadi Willie Salib pernah diinterview di podcastnya Deddy Sumargo. Dan Deddy Sumargo pernah main di film Kota Raja dengan Shetapi. Dan Shetapi pernah ada sebagai cameo di Captain America Civil War. Dan di film itu ada Robert Downey Jr. sebagai artis. Dan Robert Downey Jr. pernah ada di film Thunder dengan Jack Black. Dan Jack Black adalah salah satu pendukung terbesarnya Joe Biden. Dia pernah datang ke kampanye tempatnya Joe Biden. Oke, kalau ada rekomendasi koneksi lagi boleh komen di bawah.
We won. We actually won.
Cause you're a sky. Cause you're a sky.
That's what he gets for under. Fantastic work, Kachina. Absolutely, this makes me so. I'm happy too, Moalani. Together we really are unstoppable.
Cause you're a sky.
My ancient name is
Cause you're
glowing.
a sky.
It's probably a projection from the real world. But that doesn't explain why it's glowing all of a sudden.
And
Wait.
then you light up the path.
That was a bold move. diving headfirst into the fire to save your friend. Still, seeing you pull it off, everything you said, it took years. The pyro only then. Tupac.
I've heard that name before.
Since you were able to awaken under the name Umoja.
Me?
As long as blood still its blaze will be even amid everlasting darkness. Our bonds remain eternal.
I think I saw you. You're a sky, 'cause you're a sky full of stars.
What's wrong, Mom? So many memories. My brain was just flooded with everything he once knew. So that's what happened.
What do you mean? Did you just figure something out?
500 years ago, they foresaw the very crisis we're facing now. Efforts to save Natlan started all the way back then.
We can go over the details once we get back. We shouldn't linger here longer than I know bits and pieces.
But this sounds like something that's going to need a lot.
I don't care. Go on and tear me apart. I don't care if you do. Cause in a sky full of stars, I think I see.
I hear your
Great. Well, I was going. I'll keep searching.
ancient focus on who you want to be.
Does this
You are already worthy of your name.
I know the
Now,
song.
you need only devote yourself to becoming a better you. The story of your... It gladdens me to see the Pyro Archon's plan move another step towards completion. But it is time for you to leave this place. The situation here is getting worse. Go.
I know we've never met before, William. Thank you for encouraging.
How much money do you have in your account?
It's the power of the abyss.
How much money do you have in your account?
The Sealy opened the way for us.
Same one.
We need to hurry, or we'll be stuck here.
When it started, the AWS AI and
What? What did you just do? You just killed the ride. Why did you do that?
Huh?
You're trying to get a free ride.
You've done well.
You trying to get a free
Now
ride
come
out of me?
home.
You know where I'm gonna take you? To the polling station. So Papa, get up. Get up. Sorry, sorry. Okay, let me explain that.
Flex susu kental manis
Sometimes
gotu.
no sauce will give you that.
Nikmat, kuat berenergi.
The last guy cut off someone's hair,
Coba yang
but
baru,
we checked it.
Garnier Brand Komplit
Either
Tidak
cut
Kecewa
either
Wajah.
cut off some of your hair,
Sedarkan
or
teh
don't
hitam,
you have,
kulit tampak
or
cerah.
can I put
I know
The
this
pyro
song,
art,
but she's not here.
I know this song. Oh no, I rolled over my blanket.
Yeah, didn't she say she
I'll
used
bring
it
it
a
up.
lot?
Yeah,
She's
bring
still
it
in
up.
the speaker's chamber. What we saw
Yes,
in the
yes,
Night
yes.
Kingdom was just her consciousness.
So you're saying her consciousness?
Every great display of power.
You must feel terrible, Kachina. Just hold on. We'll get you to a doctor soon. Let's get back to the stadium.
I recommend getting.
My mom feels okay. What about you, Traveler? Right. You always seem to do pretty well against the Abyss.
Let's get going. We need to share what we learned.
Right.
I'll let her explain every move we make.
Oops.
Simple thing. Where have you gone? I'm getting old and I need something to rely on. Tell me when
Want to be forever. Server Java apa aja tak yang rame?
Yang rame apa ya?
Server Java, main thread yang rame. Adakah selain Pixel?
Ada pasti. Ada yang bagus, cuman sepi.
Rame. Oleh kayak Pixel kocak.
Yang rame. Iya. Apa anjir yang rame? Hypixel. Dari dulu rame sekali ya, karena server old. Apa nih? Main Kadia PVP lagi ya.
It's good to see you all here in one piece. I know you must have
MCC
a lot of
Island.
questions, but let Koichi check you over first. It's best not to let any lingering effects of the abyss go unchecked.
MCC Island.
Thank goodness you made it back. I came here as soon as the Pyro Archon told me about your plan.
Coba lah.
Take a seat, everybody. I'll examine you one by one.
Forever young. I want to be forever young.
All right, that should do it for now. I have to say, though,
She's always been special like that.
Given the current situation, that ability.
of course.
Thank you, Koichi.
All right, all right.
Simple thing.
We might just give it time.
Yeah.
Where have you gone? I'm
Gimana drag kliknya?
All right. I'll get straight to the point. Natlan is on the verge of destruction. It's very.
gonna let me in. No. I'm getting tired.
That's right.
I need someone
But I've only ever disclosed that fact to the handful of people working with me to
Very
save
young.
this nation. Our looming destruction is not a recent development,
MCC.
but the
MCC Island.
about that. Only we know.
500 years ago.
Apa itu isinya?
All the nations of the
Mirip-mirip
Back
Pixel kah?
Mirip-mirip.
Unlike the other
Cuman
nations,
lebih
the
apa
battle
ya?
against the abyss was exceedingly long and
Lebih
brutal. In
bagus.
the end, victory came at the cost of even then. And still, this is but
Lebih unik.
the problems plaguing
I guess.
immediately after that at that time, we were a nation of the destitute. Our people no longer believed in victory, nor did they hold hope for the future. Our civilization was dying, our faith crumbling, and the line of power passed down from the wide.
Bedwar selain di Hypixel di mana?
If we didn't
Oh, di
bring the
Hypixel
nation
ay.
back together, it would be foolish to even dream of
Bedwar
defeating
selain
the abyss in the
Hypixel.
future.
Ada
So,
nggak?
the Archon had a long and involved discussion with the heroes of each tribe, and finally
ada,
came up
iya.
with a 500-year-long plan to save Natlan.
So that's what. After finding Kachina, since the plan was mentioned in those memories,
Banyakan
I
Skyblock.
guess I've been chosen to play an important role in it. But there's still something I don't understand.
But that doesn't make any sense. The Pyro Archon is supposed to be human. It's impossible for a human to live that way.
That's right. The hardest thing for humans to overcome has always been time. A god can extend a human, but as we all know, Natlan doesn't have gods like that. We can only rely on our own, a human life, only by dying.
So, in other words, this is your second life?
Yeah.
Yes. We only managed to defeat the Abyss all those years ago because the tribes came together as one. If the Natlan of the future was to have a fighting chance, the Pyro Archons that came after the war had to rebuild the decimated. The goal was to once a tribe.
That means I'm one of the chosen?
That's right. You bear the ancient name Umoja, the same one held by the hero from your tribe 500 years ago. It means unity. After your adventure in the Night Kingdom, I trust you've come to fully understand the meaning of that.
So in other words...
Yes. According to the plan, each tribe, the 6 heroes successfully inherited once again. It comes down...
Just like how the Oda...
Exactly. It's just another if we want to unblock... So, I've tried my... Currently, Shilonen of the Children of Echoes, Kinich of the Scions of the Canopy, and Yansan of the Collective of Plenty have all been acknowledged, but during your adventure, you too earned the acknowledgement of your Wayab Mualani. In the process, you gained the memories stored within your name.
Well, we have less than...
Yes, but we have no choice. We cannot start the plan until all the heroes have been gathered.
Gila, kayak suspek dia.
To take action despite the urge.
But if you knew this whole time, why didn't you just tell me about my role in all this? Wouldn't that make everything go a lot faster?
Perhaps, but the opposite could also
Keren
be
sih,
true.
cuman mirip-mirip Bedrock jadinya.
Too early could mean failing to realize your full potential. Just like your determination to save
Apa gila,
Kachina,
pilih faksi.
your commitment to this
So I suppose you're not going to tell us who the final 2 heroes are then?
That's right. Their time is yet to come. Putting pressure on them beforehand will only hinder. I can only trust in the judgment of the Wayab. I have never believed I could solve this crisis. Natlan's salvation lies not in its Archon. You're quite perceptive, aren't you?
Oh, right! All the stuff you stored here before, where did it all go?
Even though I sacrificed my power, I still needed a contingency plan to ensure they make it after all. In addition to their... Yes. The stories embodied by those over time, they became on their own. By burning those items, I was able to activate the contending fire stored within them to open. It was a rather crude approach.
Weren't they all precious treasures?
That's exactly why I dragged you all here. No matter what, I never wanted the Pyro Archon to have to use...
You have nothing to be sorry. And then, besides, if they knew those items helped save the present-day hero...
Even when you put it that way...
Berat tapi ya, server.
MCC.
There's the people and the events of
Iya,
the
dia
past.
dia
If you
pluginnya
still
custom.
have regrets, your deeds will become new legends. And
Yeah.
We'd still like to return the favor.
Unik-unik cok pluginnya.
That's now that Kachina has
Makanya
returned.
bagus. Cuman
We can all use the rest.
menurutku
That's for
Shopee
sure.
Kayak Bedrock ya?
Try not to let it get to you. It's alright.
Pecah. Nanti. Kita coba-coba yang lain.
When I was young, I used to sit by the hot springs and listen to the stories of warriors from all over Natlan.
Apa nih?
They attract people from all walks of
Vortex.
life. Friends come easy here, no matter what tribe you're from. The people of the springs have never claimed the hot springs as their own private property. They are there to bring all hot. It's been really nice. I've witnessed their energy, their determination. One day, when I'm no longer in fighting form, I'll come here and tell stories to all the children, just like those warriors did for me. So, you better get busy, Pyro Archon, or I'll end up running out of stories.
It all just sounds like ooh.
to realize that I was a butterfly.
Should've given you all my hours when I had the chance. Take you to everybody, 'cause all you
Our
want
nation is engulfed in darkness. Our tribes stand divided, and yet you promise victory in the distant future. The abyss is my rage. Will never know its solution, but you came to me because I understand your choice. The heroes of today will forge the path ahead with blood and fire. Just remember, otherwise, rest assured, I'll find a way to collect the debt. For Natlan.
And it haunts me every time I close my eyes. It all just sounds like
Apa sih? Nggak ngerti aku ini apa aja. Ah, kocak.
What about the you from right now? You're just gonna die?
You can't ask her those questions and expect her to answer, my dear. The decision is hers to make, and she deserves our support. We will do everything we can to rebuild the tribes. Don't you worry, even across time. We will all do our part to fight for Natlan's future.
To say that was wrong. Never Bazooey, I was briefing this is.
Oh, seriously though, Dad should be here. Where is he?
I imagine he didn't know what to say, so he chose not to come at all. Don't take it to heart, my dear. Just remember, no matter what happens in the future, we will always love you.
And he has the chance. Take you to every party, 'cause I remember how much you loved to dance. Do all the things I should have done.
I'll come find you one day. I know I can't live that long, but I'll think of something.
SMP itu apa sih?
SMP? Kamu nggak tahu SMP?
If there's an answer out there somewhere, I'm gonna
SMP.
SMP survival, M-nya multi, P-nya player. Survival multiplayer itu SMP.
Oh.
Jadi kayak survival biasa cuman multiplayer.
You have my full support, Archon.
May our children
Bunuh-bunuhan.
live to see such a
Ngau
lovely
bunuh-bunuhan.
son.
Ya survival.
Nah, tujuannya apa dong?
Bunuh
Ada
Ender
sendiri.
Dragon.
Masa
Bunuh
nggak
Ender
tamat-tamat?
Dragon.
Kan rame ya? Masa nggak tamat-tamat?
Kalau kamu lihat apa? SMP-nya kayak Dream SMP atau enggak apa itu cuma kayak role play doang, Cok. Role play doang, drama-drama gitu doang.
Kocak paling benar sih pixel sih.
Are the inheritors of memory and legend. Those who grew
Oh enggak, kita paling benar tuh.
That is not
Minecraft Bedrock.
the lifeblood of our nation.
Kamu udah selesai? Wow, belum. Bau lo ya. Ditutup.
Kemarin.
Hey, Koichi!
Iya.
You here for the victory feast too?
Oh, no. I knew Chaska would be. It's not that I don't want to celebrate Katina and the others. I'm so glad she made it back.
Ah, well, you two.
She didn't cause any trouble during your trip, right?
Yeah, she was super helpful. She gave us a lot of useful information.
That's good.
Is there a reason you asked? You were pretty outspoken when we first met.
Maybe it seemed unreasonable, picking that her impulse to fight is
So what you're saying is...
Okay, so maybe it sounds a little stupid, but it works anyway, I'm just glad you...
What? Do you really have to go...
No way. Chaska never opens up about her own. I appreciate the understanding. Oh, and if you ever need a doctor, you know who to find.
Huh.
The fuck?
Who would have thought there was a deeper reason behind their arguing? In the end, it's all the Abyss's fault. Hyman's had it.
Ini bisa.
Wah.
Let's give a huge round of applause to our brave young warrior, Kachina!
Woohoo! Well done. Thank you.
I always knew you could do it. You're one to talk. Don't think I didn't know you were the...
I had no choice.
Oh, really? So you weren't just trying to...
I wasn't, I swear. When he insisted on repaying the fate...
But the fact of the matter, I'm really sorry, Kachina. It was wrong of us to abandon...
It's amazing.
So,
Our team captain drank.
Sir.
Alright. There's dear friends, firstly, I'm grateful to my this traveler and her companion Paimon. They've agreed to... And let's not forget my good friends, Moalani, Chaska, Kanich, and Ayan-san. They all helped the They too deserve to be called our heroes. So...
Well said!
I'll drink to that. How to be honest?
Well, you better get used to it. Next up, undefeated champion!
Hey, please don't...
Ah, you're here. Have some fruit juice. I got it specially for...
How did you know?
You look like you've still got questions. Ask away. Because they had their own lives to live. The thought of telling them, abandon your families and everyone you love, and come with me to the end of time. For in 500 years, Natlan will be destroyed. You could just as easily point out that Imagine if I said, let's leave right now, and go save the sun because it'll flame out in a few million years. I couldn't make them shoulder that burden with... Besides, every generation will have its heroes, this one included.
Skywars ini kayak Bed Wars Qatar.
Of course, without me. But since
Skywars itu mirip Bed Wars.
Skywars, I felt duty bound to see it through to the end.
Skywars, Bed Wars, dari namanya udah beda. Skywars.
Sama nih. Terbang-terbang.
Skywars sama-samanya PvP sih. PvP sama terbang. Yang beda ya mekaniknya. PvP-nya ya di pulau. Kalau Bed Wars kan harus ngancurin bed. Kalau Skywars kamu mati, nggak hidup lagi, nggak respawn. Ini.
Paimon suddenly remembering.
Yes, from what I've been able to piece
Kok bisa masang blok sih?
I can conclude. Confidence, she played. Still, it was an impressive. You feel this is.
Astaga mati kocak.
And there can be no war without loss. The people of Natlan look to me as. I suppose even if the future ends in descent, this is a pivotal moment. Well, 3 to be precise. There's one your resistance if you agree.
Kamu kemarin liat Bed Wars nggak nge-lag?
Siapa? Aku. Enggak lah.
They can possessing an.
Karena pingnya kan nge-lag.
Pingnya enggak? Pingnya nge-lag. Kalau ping nge-lag iya jelas saya. Ping nge-lag kayak cuman masih bisa lah PvP. Di carry sih sebenarnya aku.
Yeah, we can't.
Wonderful. We never.
go.
My lord, we've received... Although your injury complicates things.
Victory and defeat are rules, not outcomes. As for you, I must
No matter how dense the fog, you don't have much.
I'm beginning to see just you.
American Express.
Hah? Anjir, B5 gratis. Siapa ya?
Terus kan kita coba Bedwars. Kok begini semua? Yang harus dilakukan awal-awal di Bedwars.
Pertahankan kasur. Selesai. Kita tik nari kayak.
Nah, apa gitu? Selain itu?
Selain
armor.
I'm Tainari. Forest.
Selain defense bed, ambil diamond, ambil emerald. Hancurin bed musuh.
Join the team?
Berarti gila. Nah, keluar aku. Yang bener sudah.